going to be using, right now it's a little bit over 4 pounds. So starting at a very light giant sword, using that. That's aluminum. These are steel. These are loaded pretty heavy. These each are at 15 pounds, but believe it or not, they're a lot easier because they're a lot shorter. I'm going to be doing some 2.5 pound roping, some flow rope, possibly getting into the 12 pound jump rope. And we'll just see how I feel. If I feel really warmed up, I'll do the 15. The kicker about it is we're going to be doing it on this floor. So I'm just going to start up by warming up on this floor. So it's kind of like walking on a nail floor, but not really. It's not very comfortable. And there's a lot of like little plastic spikes all over. It's like a grip floor. So it's going to kind of like be, the whole workout's going to be on like a level 1 type nail floor. So I'm just going to start the workout by walking around on the plastic nail grip floor. Working up. I'm going to go grab my tea and I'll be right back. The tea really helped a lot. I'm going to try not to push myself too hard. I always try to push myself too hard. I'm really just going to take this workout slow. Should just really just be rehabilitation and movement. But yeah, the tea is definitely working. So I got my ants. So yeah, just going to start with the 2.5 pound. Definitely feeling it. Gonna jump on into the 7 pound jump rope. I'm not going to be jumping because, like I said, this floor is kind of like a nail floor, like a Shaolin nail floor. It's not quite, but it's very uncomfortable. It's got these little spiky plastic things to make grip. I don't know if I'll jump on it yet. It's definitely not. Oh, hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, what's up? Hey, Lego Vidman, how you doing? Oi, Peter Parker, how you doing? I am going to be doing some sword training. I'm just warming up with the ropes. We did the 2.5. Got the 7-pound. Might go into the 12 and the 15-pound chain rope. Got a 4-pound sword right here. I'm not going to be doing over 4 pounds today for the long swords. I'm healing from an injury. And then we'll be doing double 15-pound loadable swords. Right now, we're just kind of doing some recovery work. Getting in, just kind of flowing with it and seeing what comes up. All right, everybody, here we go. Here goes the 7-pound jump rope. Not really jumping with the guys, I'm just using it to open up my obliques. I'm just going to do a little bit of walking around on the really uncomfortable nail type style flooring. Really uncomfortable. Build up the bare feet. Get all the meridians in the soles of the feet. All the reflexology, all the organs in my nervous system signaling. All right, I think I'll do it. I think I'll do the 12-pound chain. Let's do this. All right, let's see if I can do That's a lot of weight. I really got to build up. So we're doing some challenge training. We're just getting our body used to some pain. I didn't slap it as hard as I did the 2.5, but that's a 12-pound chain. Slap it against the body. All right, should we do it? Should we try the 15-pound chain? I don't really think there's a lot I can do with it at this point, but let's give it a go. See what I can even do with this right now. Doing some foot drops to do some iron foot training. Ah, yeah. Nothing like some good old fashioned pain. Do with this. I could jump rope with it, but I'm just gonna do the last move that I did. A breath there. Drink some tea. Pinkies up. How do you do? How you guys doing today? You like the BDSM chain whipping workout? It's not what it's for, y'all. Love making is always passionate, sensual. Always. Build the body, you just can't feel pain. Let's go. Hurts way harder to get punched in the face. Let's see what I got. All right, what should I do now? What do you guys think I should do now? Do you think I should put the 25-pound and the 27-pound rope together and try to do it? How much would that weigh? 15.8 plus 12. It'd be about 28 pounds. I think I should give it a go. Oh, look, I gave myself a welt. It hurts a little bit, not too bad. Falling off a ladder hurt a lot worse. The goal is to have it not hurt at all. The shallow monks could do that 10 times harder and it wouldn't hurt them at all. I'm not telling you guys should do this. Don't do what I'm doing. Definitely got to start with something light like the rope, and then just kind of, you got to breathe into the area where it's about to hit, and then you're charging that place with chi, and effectively it's becoming a barrier. try this. As I see, I'm just going to give it a go because it never hurts to try. So this is 12 pound plus the 10 pound plus the other. I got this one at 15.8 because I got two chains hooked together, and then the 12 pound. Yeah, so it's about 28 pounds. So let's see what I can do with it. I honestly would probably fail, but at least I tried. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. All right. I was hitting on my shin a little bit. I was trying to hit on the back of my butt where I actually got some jelly to work with, but I kept hitting it on my knee. It looks like I got two little hematomas starting there. So I got to work on my aim. Little bumps and stuff, you know. I'm going to focus some healing power on my shin because it does hurt a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. It'll hurt, but it'll be okay. The more that I hit that, the less pain it'll be. All right, let's do some, I'm gonna need to keep moving around on it because it's starting to swell. So I'm just gonna do some walking around on it so it doesn't swell. Keep the muscle moving. It'll pass in about 5 minutes, it'll be fine. Once I get over the initial pain, well, the one thing you want to do is you don't want to stop moving, because if you stop moving, then it'll just lock up on you. So you got to keep moving the chi through it and just get used to it. And eventually the pain will subside. You got to keep the blood flow going to it. It's not that big of a deal. All right. I've not gotten used to these yet. Put 5 pounds on them. They were 10. I'm ready to get a little bit gassed. Do a little break on the on those. I haven't got perfect form with those yet, but I'm working on it. The key is not to hit anything in here. was really spot VA. Really no power behind the swing. I'm pretty gassed out. Should probably just take a break. Drink some nice hot tea. Oh yeah, it's already good. The swelling's already gone down. It was like a little marble-sized hematoma was starting right there from where I smacked myself with the chain. It's only about a third as big as it was. Just got to keep the blood moving. Just gonna do some slow stuff. Get some good stretching in. All right, let's go back to some rope flow. Get the 2.5 pound rhino rope. Shout out the rhino rope. I think I might be tired. I keep going though. Yo. There's only energy and prana to be sad from the universe. Don't get tired. Getting tired is not existence. It's totally false, buddy. Not totally. always feels better to smack yourself with a rope than a chain. It's much more forgiving. Oh, I'm pretty tired. I'm not sure I can do it with the 12-pounder. I must take a little break. Time to take a little break. We'll resume in about 10 minutes. Let's go do some tea time. We can chat it up a little bit. I'll come back and I'll attempt it with the 12-pound chain, doing that cross move. We did it successfully standing in one place, but I gotta advance it. We gotta at least give it a try. Burning lots of calories, of course. Oh my gosh. There's where I smoked myself in the knee. You can see there's a bump right there. It's not that bad. It'll be all right. Feel it? I can't feel it. I felt it in the beginning. I just breathe through the pain, it normally just goes away and I never feel it. I used to practice with a piece of steel. Yeah, that rope flow, man. What's the guy's name? I just started doing the rope flow, like, I'm just sweating so much. My whole body is just pouring sweat. That's what I love about that workout. You will burn a crap ton of calories. I really want to go take a rope flow masterclass. I guess there's like 30 plus different rope movements that you can blend all together, like do this crazy dance. And it just really seems to open up the body and warm up all the joints. I've really only got like 3 or 4 of them down so far, but I haven't been really putting too much effort into learning new stuff recently. I may or may not go back there, y'all. Of course, I want to try because I want to see if I can do that. I really want to see if I can do that movement around the waist and the whip where it hits the waist with the 12-pounder. But I move from one side and then I switch directions. I might just call it a day. I might rest and then just do some Tai Chi and some walking. I just gotta listen to my body. Once my adrenaline goes down, it'll tell me if my body should keep going or not. Because I feel no pain right now. So I want to make sure I don't overdo it. Jacob Real said, "What the fuck is this?" Whatever you want it to be. A movement meditation. Exercise, burning calories. Lifting heavy shit and whipping it around your body. Building up the body. Learning to persevere through pain. It's the concept of the ice bath, right? Like Wim Hof. You throw yourself into an ice bath and then If you do that every morning, the rest of the day doesn't seem so hard. If only I actually woke up on time to do this shit every day. Any questions, y'all? I'll answer any questions if you have any. I'm probably just gonna be sitting here eating this crappy takeout food from KFC. Tastes pretty good, but I always feel like it just messes with my stomach. Oh, when I eat out, too much grease. I can't really cook my own food right now. I'm doing a work trade, just so everybody knows. I'm changing a little bit of work for a place to stay. Right now it's just this couch and that garage in there I can work out in. There's a little fridge in here. It's like a work office. It might turn into employment later down the road, hopefully. The van life is killing me. And there's literally been black mold growing in my van for 2 months. No, 2 years. 2 years there's black mold growing in my van. And I was wondering why it was so cold. I also might have candida because I was drinking from a lot of like rivers and streams that were like near the city. So I think I might also have candida. Sounds pretty disgusting. But I was looking it up and I think that it probably makes sense since a lot of the rivers and streams, they said don't drink out of them, but I did anyway. Hey, hopefully there's no radioactive solution in the ones that I drink. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right, now I'm ready for the massage, y'all. Who agrees with me on this? Because seriously, y'all, like we used to just live in like villages and stuff. 24-hour massage. Now, obviously not 24 hours, but like if everybody got like one massage a day, like a 1 hour massage a day, that would be really good. This was just a dream that I had. I keep talking about it because I just don't feel like we do enough self-love and we don't do enough love for others. And I think if like everybody learned how to massage, we could all just be like giving each other a 1 hour massage a day, and then it would take away so much stress and tension, and the vibe on planet Earth would just get like super high vibes. So like I had this dream 7 nights in a row after I fell off the ladder and I was in so much pain. That 24-hour massage is the new vibe on planet Earth. Who doesn't need one to regenerate and anti-age the mind, body, spirit, and soul? Yeah. To procreate natural joy, bliss, ecstasy, and unconditional love for the present eternity. And then we had to ask the question, you are worthy, are you not? And actually I took that sign to the fast signs guy, and he said, dude, you should add one thing on there. You should add the you are worthy, are you not? Because if you ask someone if they're worthy of it, they'll be like, yeah, I'm worthy. They don't get them to think, am I worthy of a 24-hour massage as the new vibe on planet Earth? He thought it was the greatest thing. He literally had 20 of them made. He gave them to all of his employees. He's the one that designed it. He's like, this is perfect. I literally had it done on Valentine's Day. So somewhere, I can't remember what town in California, but There's like 21 of these printed right now. So I inspired it. He's like, I'm going to take this home to my wife. And I'm going to tell her that, honey, 24-hour massage is the new vibe on planet Earth. All the boys are getting 24-hour massages, but that's okay, baby. I just need a 1-hour massage a day. He's more of a genius than me. More of a genius. And I'm pretty stupid. No, it's a genius. It's genius. It's genius. So I'm gonna have it switched up, and it's gonna say this. Full days of massages, dance, music, bonfires, sun gazing, stargazing, karaoke, growing vegetables, fruits, going hunting, on the waterfall and on the mountain is the new vibe on planet Earth. That's what it'll say. Who doesn't need this to regenerate and anti-age the mind, body, spirit, and soul, to procreate natural joy, bliss, ecstasy, and unconditional love for the present eternity? And then it'll say, we, instead of you, it'll say, we are worthy, are we not? Yeah, you like that? What's up? Oh, bro, can't be drinking them city rivers. Well, keep in mind, it was like on the outside of the city. It wasn't like directly in the city, but you're probably right. Says the guy who eats highly processed junk food at dumpsters. Hey, I was dumpster diving one time, and my van broke down when I was in Texas. I had bought a plane ticket to go down to Acapulco to learn about like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and like natural health and all these other things that they had there. And my van broke down. I'd already bought the ticket, and so I was sleeping outside while going to work for the last 2 weeks. But then I lost my job because I couldn't get to work. I missed a day, so I was literally going to like these sandwich shops, and I was dumpster diving. I'm like, this is like our ancestors did it. They just walked around, except I don't have to hunt the meat and prepare it. There were so many donuts thrown away, and I would not eat the donuts because it was bad. Luckily, when I was in Mexico at the event, I was just couch surfing on all these people's couches because everybody wanted to hang out. And then there was a couple people that stayed longer, and I couch surfed on their couch. And he's like, dude, I have a van in Phoenix, Arizona. You just have to fly to Phoenix, Arizona to pick it up. It's not running perfectly, but you can have it. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, just bring me some of my belongings back the next year. Yes. So I ended up getting a 1978 E150 or E250. It was like orange. It had a knock in the motor, and I was kind of afraid to go with that one. So I ended up buying something else. I ended up getting a good job in Phoenix. But it was so hot in Phoenix. So hot. I was actually doing a work trade. It was too hot to live in that van. So I did a work trade for this guy. I worked 10 hours a week and then I did other work as well at the time. I did 10 hours a week of gardening and all the stuff around his property. And he let me stay in a chicken coop for free, but it was a repurposed chicken coop. And he totally tore it all down. He put regular walls on it. He put a AC in there. He put a bed, and then I just had a little dresser. It was like super small, but it did the job. When the monsoon came, it ripped the roof off, and it was flooding in there. And I woke up to being soaked. So I had to go on the roof and I got attacked by fire ants. The fire ants were biting me. For some reason, all the ants had went up to higher ground because they were all getting flooded out from the monsoon. And I just remember being eaten alive by fire ants for like a week. I had these bumps all over my body. So I eventually just started getting pissed off and I started eating them. I'm not even joking. They taste like sour. Protein, you know. I was just smashing them. I just started smashing and eating them. So what happened was they were crawling in my coconut waters. And I started tasting them in my coconut water. And I'm like, this kind of has a kick to it. So I just started when they bite me, I just start picking them off me and eating them. Get her done. My sensei said the samurai used to beat the shit out of each other to train, and then they healed each other after. That's how they learned shiitsu. That's freaking awesome, dude. I love that they were healing each other because I wouldn't mind getting the shit kicked out of me if they would help heal me afterwards. As long as there was nice steam baths and massages, why, that would be the best life on earth. Just training to be a badass swordsman to swing a 50-pound sword. Who's down? Let's go. Hey, let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, a little spicy, yeah. Honestly, to be honest, I would like to have some in my my KFC right now. if I could get like 500 fire ants and just mix them in here, it would probably taste pretty good. But it would make me feel like I was actually getting some wild game. It'd be the healthiest part of my KFC meal. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break from training. My body kind of cooled down. I might train a little bit later in like an hour. So I'm just gonna take y'all with me. See how the leg's doing. No, the leg's not doing bad. There's no pain. So I'm just gonna put everything back. So yeah, maybe later tonight, depending on how I feel, I'll try that rope again with the 12 pounder, the 15.8er. Oh, I definitely don't want to hit my shin because it does hurt. Not right now, but it hurts when you hit it. I told everybody I was going to be doing the humping workout. I failed on that. Supposed to do 100 reps of holding the sandbag like it's my future wife and just picking her up. So I feel kind of shameful. I haven't been doing that, but yeah. Definitely just gonna do some Tai Chi tonight. Because I never feel the pain till after. So I probably could rest and go again. I'll probably just end the training tonight. I might do some dual sword training in the front arm. Oh. All right. I just gotta walk around a little bit, get the blood pumping again in my knee. I slammed it. Oh, there we go. It's already going away. Oh, the pain. This is the floor that I'm talking about. It's totally not nail floor, but I think like jumping up and down on it, it definitely is kind of like walking on rocks. So that's kind of cool. I think I might just do a couple of laps around there on that right now. And then just do some stretching, make sure I didn't pull anything in my body. I don't think I did. I might have pulled one tiny muscle in my arm, but that should be a quick fix. Oh yeah, I got 15% left of battery. Okay, we'll be done here tonight. Oh, yeah. How's the car life been treating you, dude? You getting any bothers from? Have you been getting any bothers from anybody? Been finding some low-profile places to park? It's always a pain in the ass getting harassed, especially if your windows aren't all blacked out. Oh. I definitely need to do some Tai Chi a little later. You still on Hobocraft? Just checking to see if people were respecting you, if you were still living the car life. Everyone was chilling. Oh. It's so annoying when people get upset about that. Oh. Oh. Ooh. All right. Yo, check out this free poncho I got. My physical therapist just gave it to me. One of my friends said it looks like I'm joining a cult. Only when you have the hood on, though, it looks like that. Look. Alright, so that's the poncho. So I could go free balling in this and get the breeze up there. Nobody would know. But this is where he said I looked like I was like in a dark cult. It was made in Mexico. It's pretty nice, actually. I'm like, dude, really? The friend that told me that is Chinese. He said it looks like I'm a part of some type of evil organization. So it's tea time. Little philosophical affirmation time. Just gotta pour myself a little bit of tea. By the way, Hobocraft, you can get a small heatable tea maker for your car that'll go through your charger. I never ended up getting one, but I think you can get them for fairly cheap. You could probably get them for like $10 on Amazon. There's something really relaxing about drinking some hot tea. Even though this is like not hot anymore, but it's kind of warm now, but I'm not complaining. The wizard robe. It says, one asshole decked my helmet where I was at, but now I parked real peaceful. He decked your helmet? He stole your helmet? I don't know what you mean by the wizard robe, but it's definitely not that bullshit stuff that we saw on the television recently with people at the college who were against other spices of the different cultures. I like all the spices of the different cultures. Matter of fact, no, I'm just joking. I was gonna say we should all try out all the different flavors of all the different cultures and tribes on Earth. Otherwise, we're gonna get too bored. No, it's totally from Mexico. It's like it's a poncho. It's made to keep you warm. But yeah, probably. I guess it looks like a normal, like a from World of Warcraft type wizard robe. Yeah. All right, let's see here. All right, judgment. Oh, let's just take a look at that. So as a child, I was super judged all the time. We all were. We were judged for just wanting to be kids. We were judged for not wanting to sit in a chair for 8 hours for 12 years. And so because we were judged so much and our parents had no choice but to judge us because they had to mold us and conform us to the current culture. So if we become judgmental of others, we create our own chains. It's like each person is judging each other and we're just putting chains over each other. So that's what I kind of see from this. Judgment really doesn't do anything. We need to we've all been there. So we need to be compassionate and we need to try not to be too judgmental. We never know what people are going through that day. And that can also help us to have better temperance in our emotions. Today, I kind of flew off the handle. One of my rants on had a lot of trauma come up, early childhood trauma come up, and I had to express it. Connection. In this fast-paced lifestyle that we live in, where everybody's just rushing around, we really need to find that connection again with our bodies. Like, here's a woman doing yoga. It's kind of cool. She's doing it they have her painting. She's almost walking on water like Jesus the homie. But, yeah, she's just doing some yoga. It looks like they painted her on some water doing some yoga. And so I think that means that we need to connect with ourselves. We're 70% made of water, so they say. And we have so many distractions of the outward. Are we really finding that inward connection with ourselves? Like, I had no idea that I was going to be able to do those workouts tonight. I didn't feel like it earlier. I attempted to do some 80s workout earlier. I was literally turning it into a comedy show because I was so stiff in my body. And finally I warmed up, got myself moving, and I found that connection with my body and my chi. Next thing you know, I was swinging around some pretty heavy ropes there. Gratitude. When we have gratitude, like this is like the most important thing to help us be more happy is gratitude. Oh, what time is it? Okay, I got time. Gratitude, like We need to be grateful for everything. Anytime that we're able to get food, anytime we're able to get water, anything and everything, we need to start honoring and feeling a sense of peace and love and gratitude for having those things. Because we can get caught in our situation and just see all the negatives, but we could also be in a situation 10 times worse, and it can always get 10 times worse. But if we have gratitude, I think that it always gets 10 times better just from having gratitude. So I think if we can learn to practice gratitude, I used to carry a gratitude journal when I was first homeless in Texas when my van broke down. First place I ended, no, it was the second place I ended up homeless. And I carried a gratitude journal and I wrote 100 things a day. And it was no longer than a month later, I had a brand new van. I ended up making it to Mexico, and I was able to focus on the positive and keep my attitude in check and make good connections, all because of gratitude. And that's something that I have been struggling with the last couple of years. So if every day we could wake up and try to feel love and gratitude in our hearts for all the simple things, then we're in that vibrational frequency where we can attract more of that into our lives. Yeah. Clint's, you guys saw my rant earlier, possibly. It was like 2 or 3 lives ago. I was freaking out. I had to cleanse. I had to feel whatever emotions. I had to get them out. I saw a really funny post that keeps posting up. It's the Grinch. He's in a yoga class, and she's like, all right, everybody, I just want you to feel the emotions and let them out. And he's like, the Grinch is just sitting there, and he's like, he's like, wow, yeah, I feel better now. So we got to cleanse all that dirty, negative energy. And oftentimes it's just old energy and old memories and emotions that are coming to the forefront. And we overcomplicate simple things in our lives because we don't realize that we still have memories and emotions that are still affecting us that can get triggered. And we don't realize that we're actually riding those emotions that are getting pulled up. And so we have to learn to cleanse, and hopefully we have enough time to recognize what it is that's triggering us, so then we can make peace with it. Otherwise it'll just keep coming up. But sometimes it's always a battle. It's something that you'll have to deal with the rest of your life. But everybody is different. Oh, look at this cute little girl. She's touching the little orangutan's finger. It's called compassion. The little homeboy orangutan just had his whole home chopped down. Poor little guy. Compassion. When I got pulled over by the cop today, I pulled out my phone. He actually let me go. He didn't even need to see proof of insurance. I actually talked to him. He was an unmarked vehicle. I've always pulled my phone out when I deal with the police, and I ended up finding out he was right. You know, a few back, I went a little bit over the median because my brakes aren't as strong as they should be. I was only able to afford to get the rears fixed, so I have to remember to brake earlier or brake harder. But then all my shit just falls everywhere, which is a big pain in the butt. And so he was super cool, you know. I didn't agree with everything. I brought up some things about the homeless band, and he just asked me, so are you not a strong supporter of the police? I said, no, not at all, not necessarily. I support the police. There's certain things I support about the police, and then there's certain things I don't support in the police. I don't believe it's black and white. And I told him that I had actually sold 5,000 Blue Line flags in 2020. But ever since 2020, when I had to start living in my van, I had a lot of negative interactions also with my old job, of them not respecting my First Amendment for the job that I had to get paid. He's like, you know what? You don't seem like a bad guy at all. You know what? Don't even worry about pulling up your insurance. It checks out. your plates are good and everything else. So just have a good day, man, and just try to go get those brakes fixed. And he was super chill. I still think it was kind of bullshit. It was an unmarked car. But at the same time, I had to think from his perspective. He's trying to keep the city safe, you know. Technically, I probably shouldn't be driving that van. Or I should be really braking earlier. So now when he pulled me over, I was just having the PTSD of when the cops violated my rights a couple months ago. But I called the district attorney's office and they were apologizing. They're saying, yeah, you know what, they made a mistake and they haven't decided to prosecute and they probably won't prosecute. But I'm still not going back to that fucking job. Fuck that shit. Unless it's a ton of fucking money and no. And it's like a really, really, really good fucking issue that like everybody is excited to sign. I'm not going back to that job. Too much stress. Truth. Oh, we got to learn to speak our own truth. Most of the time, we don't even know what our own truth is. It's like we're living a lie. It's like we had this idea of what we were going to be when we were kids, and somewhere along life's path, we lost focus of our truth as we just had to survive and make things happen. They say everybody lives until 25 and then they're not really alive in like a spiritual sense. Like most people lose their spiritual vigor at age 25. Like everybody lives until they're 25 and then life dawns on us. But it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. Life is sacred. We got to figure out a way to keep our truth ablaze and create natural joy, peace, bliss, eternal, natural ecstasy, unconditional love, and ultimate vitality throughout our days. Oh, by the way, y'all, Tim McGraw just released a new song. I'm not a huge country fan, but I always have some country. I have like all different types of genres, so I guess you could say I'm a little bit of a country fan. But I have like 3 or 4 songs, and he just released a new song yesterday. I can't tell you what it was, but there was an article about it, and it's pretty much about how if we all just come together, life can be a hell of a lot easier, and how we got to stop blaming one another, and we have to just point that finger towards ourselves, and we got to work on ourselves. And if everybody could do that instead of blaming everybody in DC, and everybody just takes personal responsibility of becoming better and trying to build community, why we could be living in a hell of a better utopia. Like, nice. We could be living like, what's that guy? I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in the world. Except I'm going to change the lyrics because I don't drink. I got a nice smoothie in my hand. Life is good today. My woman's massaging my back with her feet. We're about to make love to this sunset on repeat. Life is good today. Life is good today. I wish. I wish. It's happened a couple times. I'm going to have to put this one on pause, but this one is sovereignty. Wake up around 25. All right, I got to buy a bunch of fluoride to stuff in my mouth. It should be fun. I heard something about the fluoride stare. I saw that a lot since like 2012 or whatever. They were saying that if you have too much fluoride, it calcifies your pineal gland and just kind of gives you the fluoride stare, makes you numb. I couldn't actually prove it and articulate it because I wasn't able to focus in enough to see if it was true. Like maybe I should just use fluoride for like a month straight and then on a mountain and then stop using it and then see if I really feel the difference. If I'm out there in nature and I'm just tuned into my body, I should freaking know. I should freaking know at that point. Mantra. Everything that we tell ourselves is a mantra. So if we're constantly looking at how negative the news is, that's a mantra. Whatever we focus on and tell ourselves is a mantra. And the mantra that we tell ourselves over and over and over, we become, and we start to see in the world around us. So we got to be very careful in the mantras we create. And a lot of the mantras we create are subconscious. A lot of the mantras that we have in our minds aren't even us. They were people that they were imposed mantras that other people put onto us as children. So we definitely need to figure out what our mantras are and how we came to have the mantra that we have, and really backtrack and figure out where those ideas and mantras came from. Family. Ooh, this one's a little bit hard for me right now, so I'm going to put this one to the side, this family one. This family one's a difficult one for me. Fun! Yeah! Freak yeah! Yo! Releasing natural serotonin, dopamine. I was having some fun in there. Only thing I was missing was some music. If I was playing some music, I would have been in a flow state. I probably would have gotten stronger. I would have been in my zone, having fun. We got to rechild, rewild, and revitalize. See, when we were children, we just naturally knew how to regulate our nervous systems. We would laugh, cry, move around, make all these funny movements, make funny noises. We were naturally, intuitively regulating our nervous system. Then we became robots. See, what happened was we had to sit in a chair for 8 hours for 12 years. And so we calcified our bodies into robotic positions, which is quite strange. So we got to learn to dance and sing and holler and have some fun and kind of unlock the body that got locked up when we were sitting in those chairs, and re-tap into that natural, intuitive therapy that we knew how to do when we were children. Otherwise, our bodies are going to stagnate. We're going to become all stiff like a board, and not in a good way, ladies. Like, song. We got to figure out what our song is. We got to start singing 5 to 10 minutes a day. Even if we sound horrible, we got to start using that vagus nerve. It's been a week since I've sung, so I think I'm going to have to start singing this right here. I gotta be about it right here, right now. We gotta find the song of our soul. We gotta let it rock and roll. We gotta let our voice spread far. And singing, we're bringing in lots of oxygen. Because we're training our vocals, but we're pushing out all that oxygen, and we gotta suck all that oxygen in. So it's kind of like laughing yoga. It's so healthy. Like, the better singers we become, the better we are moving chi through our body by increasing our dantian. We all got a song deep down in our soul. We need to learn to express it to our friends far and wide. And we got to manifest many festivities. Anyway, I'm a little rusty on the music, but knowledge. I'm not sure what comes to mind, but we need to get back in tune with our inner knowledge. We need to get back in tune with our breathing and our body. We need to take good care of ourselves. I aged so much the last 3 years just being in my van, not moving around, being addicted to watching like hours, like I was spending hours and hours and hours on my phone in the heat. I was pretty depressed, y'all. I was just, the sun was beating down on my van, and it was like a magnifying glass. That's not very smart. So we need to get active and tap back into the knowledge of vitality and movement and expression. And the body gets weak when the body doesn't move. It's just one of the knowledges. We need to learn more about ourselves, the knowledge of self. Perseverance. Yeah. Oh boy. Have I felt like I've been persevering? Oh, jeez. You know how much times I just wanted to give up on my goals because things just didn't matter what was going on, and just one after the other, things are just going downhill. I just got to keep positive. I got to keep persevering. I got to keep looking for new positive outlets and new positive people around me and new ways and new things to excite my soul. And this is what helps me to persevere. What helps y'all to persevere? Howdy, who's still watching? I know I was like up to 20 people when I was swinging my giant chains around, but now that we're just talking about random manifestation stuff, I only got 2 people. Leadership. I believe this is equally as important as training the body, training the mind and training the thoughts towards positivity. Because it was actually when my mind got weak that my body got weak. Leadership. Well, the first person we need to learn to lead is ourselves. I'm not trying to lead anybody else. If people want to follow along, that's fine. I'm not sure I'm ready for that responsibility. But we need to learn to lead our communities. We need to step up. A lot of the problems that we blame politicians for and everybody else could easily be solved if we just came together as a community. We can't expect everybody else to solve our problems. We have to become leaders within ourselves and become radically self-reliant and radically interdependent. And then it really doesn't matter how the economy is. We can all figure it out. We can come together, create business plans, business ideas, learn to cooperate with each other. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel in the hard times. It's the best time to come together because they're kind of forced to come together. Simplicity. Y'all. That's all I've been dreaming about, y'all, is just simplicity, just going to the waterfall, hunting and fishing, just learning to live off the land. Just the simple things in life, the massages, the steam rooms, the singing, the dancing, all the natural endorphins, the basic needs, some time out on the water. What do we really need to be happy? We wrap ourselves up and we overextend ourselves financially, and we know that capitalism and the markets are unstable and they always fluctuate. And then so many people suffer because they overextended themselves. So we just got to learn to be simple. We just got to learn to be more simple. Nothing wrong with getting rich. Nothing wrong with it. But I've definitely been taking that approach, or at least trying to. It still hasn't been easy even living simple for me, living the van life. But sanctuary. We all need to find sanctuary, a place to recharge and recalibrate and go within and meditate and set an intention and a mantra. We need a sanctuary away from the hustle and bustle. We need time to connect with our own truth. Oftentimes we're just hanging around a bunch of people who we don't even really know. That there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And actually, if you are hanging around people, but if you feel like that's your vision, then that's good. But if there's been times in my life where I'm just hanging around people and I lose my own direction. And so sometimes we need time and sanctuary just to make sure that we remember our own inner voice and our own inner calling. It's super important to hang around friends and family. It's super important. But sometimes the things that we honor most about ourselves aren't always reflected in the people around us. And we have to learn to cultivate that within ourselves by going within and then learning to project that out. And oftentimes we'll find out that we're helping to build other people up when we can really hone our words by finding sanctuary and really learning to express the deepest parts of ourselves. Yo, 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 adventure! One of my faves, yo. Yo, adventure. Oh man. Haven't been having enough adventure. All of the cartoons we were watching as kids were like about adventure and exploring, and then we grew up and we were just paying for houses. Not me. I mean, I can't afford a house. I can't even afford rent right now. I don't even have a job. Recovering from my work injury, but I'm doing a work trade, so I'm trading my time for a place to stay. I'm being resourceful, but I really just think that, you know, all of our ancestors back far enough, every day was an adventure. They just were nomadic. So once in a while, we just got to go somewhere new. Like once a month, just drive to a new national forest that's in your city or in your state, and see the beauty and feel some adventure in your life. Feel inspired by the beauty of the world around us. Yeah, adventure. Skip that one for now. Skip that one. Action. We got to take action on a daily basis. We got to try to set up some daily actions. That's hard for me. It used to be the easiest thing. I used to work 16-hour days, 7 days a week for like 7 years. Now for 5 years, after the 5th year, I cut back to only 6 days a week. But I was always taking action. So right now I'm working on taking action. I'm working on eating better, sleeping better, working out more consistently, not necessarily working out as hard, but trying to find a balance where I can work out every single day. I'm trying to take action to try to sing every day, dance a little bit every day, do a little bit of Tai Chi every day, a little bit of Qigong. I'm trying to set action so I can create some habitual neuro-linguistic patterning so that it just comes second nature. So that I just don't feel right if I don't do it. And if I can get myself into that momentum, oh, it's going to be glorious. Release. Oh my gosh, I've had such a hard time with this. I practice this on the daily, but we have to learn to release what no longer serves us. We hold on to so many things in the past. We like to blame our past. Oh, this is why, or this is why. Like, it's really a sign of weakness, of blaming something that has nothing to do with the present moment. And I've been there throughout my life. And it comes down to that I just haven't taken responsibility for the wildness of the circle of life. I just need to take full responsibility for my acceptance of the wildness of the circle of life. The circle of life can be vicious, and I just have to accept that I'm a part of that circle, and that circle does have darkness in it. And if I dwell on it, I'll never be able to release it, and it will hold me back from natural joy, peace, bliss, eternal natural ecstasy, unconditional love, and ultimate vitality. If I get irritated with people that are rude to me when I'm out and about, and I choose to hold on to that, it's creating a toxin, literally physical, emotional, energy, emotion toxins in the body. and it is draining my body. So I just need to learn to release and just focus on what I want to see manifest. Many festivities, festivities, yeah. Silence. Whew. Ain't nothing like a 1-year adventure out in the mountains. Whew. Just with you and your inner breath and the eagles and the bison, the pumas, the wild wolves, and the Kodiak bears and a bunch of salmon fish to fill my belly. Oh man, I could use some silence like that. And no cell phone addiction. Sensuality. Oh, geez. I could definitely use a little bit more sensuality. I was at the kinghood of my sensuality back in how many people was I seducing a night in that club? At least 500 people a night. I went from being over sensual to really not feeling sensual at all. Geez, I need to put that card. I need to work on that. I was also in the environment that if I wasn't sensual, I wasn't going to make money. So I worked on it every day. If I'm not making money being sensual, and I'm not ready for a relationship right now, so maybe I'm just purposely being unsensual. All right, unplug. Yo. Unplug from the city life. Go to the mountain. Go meditate under that waterfall. Get that natural waterfall back massage. Oh, yeah. That's the only thing I can think of right now. I'm feeling really sensual with that waterfall massage. Grounding. Get them bare feet up on the ground. Yeehaw. Get that bare naked body into a hot spring out there in the yonder. Away from the fear, shame, guilt, and resentment that everybody permeates on you from the collective culture way of thinking. Ain't nothing better than being out in nature, butt naked in a hot spring, not worrying about, is anybody going to see me naked? Am I going to offend anybody? No, I'm just out here, arms wide open, feeling the breeze, feeling the sunshine, feeling the moonlight. Ain't no better way to ground than that. I hope y'all plan a trip. Even if you're just throwing something in a backpack and going for like a week's walk with 50 pounds of food in your backpack. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Solitude. We've been talking about that. I don't think I have to talk much about that. Dream. Let's make our dreams a reality through action and works. Ooh, rebirth. Every day is a chance for rebirth. Actually, every moment is it. We have to look at every single moment as a chance for rebirth. Like if we just went through a super frustrating situation that triggered us and got us out of our zen, we got to tap in. We got to meditate. We got to rebirth right here, right now. We got to purge whatever negative energy we allowed to enter into us. And we have to take responsibility for not being able to channel our own emotions through what the outside world is throwing at us. And we got to instantly be able to just tap in and create a rebirthing of the mind, body, and spirit, because it's all interconnected. Yo, authenticity. We got to be authentic, y'all. If we're not authentic, then we're not loving ourselves completely. So if we're afraid to be our authentic selves, and it's hard because we don't want to be judged. We want to be loved and accepted by other people.
And the society is full of judgmental people. Our parents judged us. Our teachers judged us. So we're used to that judgment. That judgment has been casted onto our consciousness as one of our overriding programs. So it's difficult for us to always be our authentic selves and to accept other people as their authentic selves. As long as you're not hurting anybody, what's the big deal? Everybody is going to be, their chi is going to be flowing a lot better. There's going to be a lot less grumpy motherfuckers on planet Earth, in my humblest opinion. Healing, oh yeah. Oh yeah. We all got something to heal from. We've all done something to other people that people need to heal from what we've done, whether intentionally or unintentionally. In order to heal, we must learn to forgive. Healing is not easy. I've been struggling with my whole life. I've been focused on this one my whole entire life. Because hurt people hurt people. Healed people heal people. Loving people love people. Excited people bring excitement to other people. Joyful people bring joy to other people. Challenge. Oh yeah. I've been challenging myself. I thought I was going to hit the goal. 1,000 swings with the 50-pound sword. Well, we are starting over at the 4-pound sword. You guys saw me swing it earlier tonight. We will get there. We will get there. But I also challenge myself to build true, deep relationships. I've already got a bunch of people that want me to create. I've had over 10 people tell me that we need to make a tent at all the festivals and just go from festival to festival to festival and call it the 24-hour massage. Had 20 people look at that sign and get super excited about it. So I'm challenging myself too. I told myself that I was going to have 100 people take a picture with that on their phone. So they'll hold it. I'm going to take a picture of them so they can just introduce this idea into their consciousness. And so I got to get back on that. I got to start getting people to take picture with that sign. Let's get it going. Who doesn't need one to regenerate and anti-age the mind, body, spirit, and soul? Challenge accepted. Desire. Oh my gosh. I've been desiring to heal myself so that I can feel worthy of this one's a tough one for me. I have been desiring a lot, but I've also been distancing myself from the true potentiality of living out true flaming desire. Definitely got to work on that one. Trust. Part of it comes from not trusting myself that I can give a woman everything that she needs and that a woman can give me everything that I need. So I need to trust myself enough to work on myself this year to grow. Take myself from that caterpillar to the butterfly. Forgiveness. I need to learn to forgive myself and others. I need to forgive myself for how much I get triggered by other people's negative vibes. Doesn't matter where you go, there's always going to be people out and about that got some type of negative vibe. So I just got to learn to instantly forgive it and be compassionate. So that way I don't have to feel caged. I can feel free. Yeah, let's do this. Guidance. I need to find some proper mentors that really have it all figured out mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. I need to find some some shifus, some gurus, some localized ascended masters, and enter into a relationship with them so that I can guide myself towards better things. Vision. I need to figure out and articulate what my vision is, because I'm kind of just drifting around. I haven't really articulated my vision. I need to figure out what it actually is that I need, and what it actually, I've got all these different ideas of things I want to do, and I'm way too scattered. So I need to really figure out what my vision is and focus in, because without goals and visions, there's really no passion to fuel them. So I definitely got to work on my vision. Oh, did you hear that? What was that? I heard something. Change. I need a change in my life. A change for the better. I need a change in my life. A change for the better. Not sure what yet, but something. I haven't put my finger on it yet. Something's missing. Something's missing. Perspective. I got to look at life and realize things are a lot better than they were a couple months ago. And I need to be grateful by that change of perspective. I got to realize that I have a lot to be grateful for. I've got to see different angles of perspective. I can't just always be looking through my own eyes of perspective, because if I'm going to understand the universe and others around me, I can't be blind to my own perspective. That's very blind. And if I'm going to build relationships and connections with others, I really need to learn to understand as deeply as possible as I can everybody's perspective of who I come into contact with, and have a genuine want to know their perspective, so that I can figure out, what they're all about, and then figure out where my perspectives intertwine with their perspectives to find that common connection. The labyrinth. Oh my goodness, who feels like life has been a labyrinth? Oh my gosh, I feel like life has been such a labyrinth. So many highs and lows in this labyrinth. I'm not sure what to say on this one. Oh, the shadow, the shadow, the shadow. So many shadows in humanity showing themselves and then triggering our shadow side, our darkness. So much negative shit on the news showing the shadow of humanity. We have to face the shadow. We don't always want to face it. We want to transcend it. Because who wants to be stuck in the freaking shadows? Shit. I want natural joy, peace, bliss, eternal ecstasy, unconditional love, and absolute vitality. Shit. We don't want to focus too much on the shadow. But if the shadow is constantly affecting us, we better take a good look at it. And if our own inner shadow is being triggered constantly, we better take a good look at it and figure out why it continues to rule us against our will. Mirror, mirror on the wall. No, I'm just playing. That has nothing to do with this. So we need to look at ourselves in the mirror, and we need to see other people as our mirror. Because at the end of the day, we are all human. So first off, we need to do some more introspection. We need to look ourselves in the mirror and reflect on who we are. Batman. Elaborate on that, if you would. was something I said that it did remind me of a Batman quote, but I can't remember it. But yeah, we're all mirrors of each other. You know, everything that other people do that trigger us is also things that we have done to trigger other people. So we have to be compassionate towards ourselves for triggering others, and we have to be compassionate towards other people for triggering us. And when we have the right to be triggered, but at the end of the day, we have to learn absolute control over our emotional state. Otherwise, if we can't channel our own emotional state and willpower, then we're just being blown around by the emotions around us. How can we truly zone in? And I have a lot of things to say, but I'm definitely not perfect at this, to say the least. To say the least. Boundaries. Holy smokes. Yeah. Yeah, we got to create boundaries. And I've had an issue with boundaries because as I was a kid, a lot of people had boundaries with me, and I just had to learn to accept it. So sometimes I'm kind of crazy and I'm kind of just like too loud and I just want to be free. I don't want people to tell me I can't sing or I can't dance in the grocery store or I can't ride my cart around the grocery store because I just don't understand why people don't want to be happy and joyful. But at the same time, I have to respect other people's boundaries and realize that it's not me, it's just them. And I have to be a little bit compassionate. And if someone's getting triggered, it has nothing to do with me because that's not my intention. But I have to learn people's individual boundaries and then learn and get close to those people so I can understand why those boundaries are there and then build trust with them so then those boundaries can fall and they can accept me for my authentic self without getting triggered and all pissy pants. Gaia. This is my favorite card. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm in love with this picture. Look at this. This is the goddess. Oh my gosh. So she's holding her hands like this and she has like the flame and she's holding it right over her heart and her naked breasts and she's in the water and she's got two trees growing from her head and then the mountain, there's a mountaintop. I love this. Gaia. I don't really want to put a masculine or a feminine. This card deck is choosing to call it Mother Earth. I don't know why as humans we always genderify like nature or God or goddess, since God would be masculine. But that's what this deck in particular is choosing to do. It's choosing to give the earth energy a feminine, nurturing, which it's true. It's true though. It's true. We are in the mother's womb. We are constantly growing in the mother's womb. Like it's accurate. It's accurate because we grow for 9 months in our mother's womb, and we are living on planet Earth, and we are continually being fed by our mother. Our mother is giving us food, sunlight, water. So in many ways, it is pretty accurate that God would be more of a feminine, nurturing energy. But then also you got hurricanes and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. Meditate. Yo, check it out. Meditate. Don't medicate. Meditate. Bless your sacred lungs. For 4 months, I smoked so much ganja back in 2016. I'm not saying that it was a bad idea, because if I didn't smoke the ganja, I never would have got the idea to buy a van and go from working one job 6 days a week, 14 to 16-hour days, to just buying a van and doing over 100 jobs since 2016. So the ganja really gave me the perspective of the different possibilities in the van life. And I've experienced so much good and bad as well. Like a lot of shitty shits happened. Like I had 4 vehicles break down and I was around a bunch of crazy homeless people in the homeless shelter temporarily till I got a new job the next day. Because I went around and filled out 20 applications and boom, the next month I had a new van. Whew. Boy, did I want to medicate during those times, but I stayed sober. Thank the heavens for giving me enough willpower. But yeah, meditation. I highly recommend trying out deep breathing mixed with Om chanting. You can stimulate absolute natural ecstasy by doing this type of meditation. Meditation, medication. Ooh, it's not for nothing. It's all connected. All right, treasure. We have to see ourselves as a treasure. Oftentimes we don't. Oftentimes we see ourselves as always falling short. Oftentimes we always feel we're not good enough. I've fought this feeling my whole entire life. We have to see the treasure that exists within inside of us. And we have to see the treasure that exists within each and every one of us. And definitely the treasure of the ocean, because look, the ocean is such a treasure. The streams, the rivers, the forests, the mountains, the eagles, all the beautiful creatures. We must treasure ourselves and we must treasure this creation, and we will have gratitude. Dang, that felt really good. I hope I can. Somebody go back and make that into a short, please. I feel like I had a spiritual advancement there. That felt really good. Devotion. Ooh, this is a hard one because I've been considering polyamory, so I'm going to get deep into this one. I'm going to wait for this one last. Even though I'm still single, but I've just been thinking about it. I've been meeting people around me who are polyamorous. I'm watching people that are polyamorous. I'll get into that. No judgment, please. I've been polyamorous in 3 relationships. They went phenomenal for the first 2.5 to 3 years. I did everything that I could to remain committed. All right, gift. Life is a gift, ain't it? Oh, yeah. You are a gift. We have to see ourselves as a gift. We have to see other people as a gift. And if we see other people as a gift and we can start treating other people like they're gifts, then they will start seeing us as a gift, hopefully. But we can't spend too much energy and effort if people aren't reflecting that back onto us. It doesn't mean that they don't like us. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that they're on a different path, or they're on a different journey, or they're going through a lot of stress. We never know, so we can't make assumptions. But we have to try to see other people as a gift. Oh my gosh. All right. I pulled out sensuality. I'm really going to try to go over these other cards. I was having a hard time coming up with things with them. Surrender. I hate that word. I hate that word. I hate the word surrender. It makes me want to puke. But there's been like people that have surfed like giant waves and they've said, you got to surrender to the waves, bruh. You got to become one with it and just become one with the wave. So I guess like there's a way that I could look at this without having to feel like someone's trying to dominate me. I don't know. This is a weird one for me. I don't really like the word surrender. Magic. We have to find our own magic. We all had this inner magic as children. And all the adults wanted us to shut up and be quiet and sit down. And we were never able to fully cultivate our magic as children. And we had to sit in a chair for 8 hours for 12 years. So we got to learn how to rechild, rewild, and revitalize and find that inner magic, that inner creativity, and channel it towards positivity. Yeah. All right, I figured it out. Wisdom. There is wisdom in each and every individual's consciousness. And to think that we are the wisest is ignorance, because we only see through one small fractional of the infinite potential. So we have to be open to all forms of wisdom. And wisdom is the action of knowledge. So we can have a lot of knowledge in our brain, but if we're not acting it, then we're not really wise. I don't feel very wise some days. Rescue. We have to rescue ourselves. We have to be our own rescuer. Only when we are our own rescuer and we are rescued can we rescue others around us. Oh! That's what I came up with. The shapeshifter. Okay, I'm thinking with the shapeshifter is we need to learn to understand other things and tune into them. So it's like when you're doing Tai Chi, you could or Shaolin Kung Fu, you shapeshift into the energy of the tiger or the monkey or the herring. We also need to learn to shapeshift into other people's souls without losing our own soul and being lost in the energies around us. But I think I actually, throughout my life, have naturally done this. Sometimes I just block people out completely, so I go through phases of doing this. But I try to understand people completely by completely tuning in to their energy fields and then just trying to just let their energy field kind of fall over me, so that I can learn to understand their soul by just feeling it through myself. But you got to be really careful with that. You got to be really careful with that one. Don't lose yourself shape-shifting too much there. It's happened to me plenty of times. Let's see here. Labyrinth. So life is a labyrinth. I don't really know what else to say about that. I talked about sensuality. I pulled that out because I needed to work on that. Desire. We need to find a burning desire within us through whatever it is, because only when we have that burning desire can we wake up every day with that joy and that motivation. So we have to find something that gives us a burning desire. And then that will help show us what our destiny is. Family. I told you guys this was a painful one for me. We are all the universe, and every cell on it is one big cellular family that's interconnected through energetic exchange. I'm just getting super quantum scientific with it. Everything has a ripple effect through all the quantum cells of all the quantum beings on planet Earth. I'm just feeling a little bit, I'm not getting too juicy with the family one. Just because family's been a really painful one for me. But we need to learn to be better lovers of ourselves, so that we can find good partners, so we can be good partners. And if people aren't good lovers to each other, then their family isn't going to grow up seeing their parents love each other and give each other the best love and affection. Then how are they going to learn to do that with their partners? So we need to learn from other people and see anybody as a possible family member, so that we can learn to evolve. If we had really sour upbringings or family upbringings, we need to look at everybody around us as a potential family member, because there's always potentiality there to grow and develop our soul, which is physical. The soul is physical. It is emotion, which is energy in motion, and energy is physical matter. Devotion. I don't know if I can talk about this one. I'll have to save that one for another day, because I was going to talk about the polyamory. Sovereignty. I didn't know what to say about this one. It's because I'm really pissed off and I'm depressed because I don't feel like I'm a sovereign being.
I just haven't felt sovereign in my life. I need some help with this one. Oh, did I get the deck recently? Mother Earth, Father Time, we're the freaky offspring. I like it. I like it, Nature Boy. Yeah, we are freaky, aren't we? What do you guys think about this one? Sovereignty. Supposedly we're sovereign beings, but I don't feel sovereign living on Earth. I don't. I feel like the eagles, the buffalo, and all the other animals are much more sovereign than we are. I feel like we've constructed so many laws and rules, and they're all just based upon fear. They're not actually articulating what the person's intention are. They're just set up as safe havens. And so we've completely restricted our sovereignty. We're the most domesticated, enslaved species on the entire planet. For good and for bad, if we could all just learn how to behave through the golden rule, I'm sure we could be a lot more sovereign. I don't know about that one. Did desire. All right, let's just get into it, y'all. I don't know. I'm just going to hold off on the devotion. I felt mad passion and mad devotion in all of my relationships for at least 3 years. But I think we all need to learn interconnectedly as humanity to have devotion for one another. So however you guys want to perceive that, if we could all learn to have devotion towards one another, I'm sure there'd be a lot less grumpy bumpkins walking around pissing us off all day long. Me being one of them certain days. Oh yeah, let me show you this deck, dude. Oh. I think I'm gonna get to bed early tonight. Were any of you guys watching the workout earlier? Oh. Yeah, I thought I had it, but oh shit. Oh. Where is it? It was right there. It was behind me. Oh, it's called The Awakened Soul. I've had it for a while. Oh, when I stopped buying this stuff, I actually stopped. I stopped looking at this stuff for a while. I bought this probably like 4 months ago. So this is called the Awakened Soul Oracle deck, and it actually has Gaia. They chose to do Gaia, which I think is actually the most beautiful one on here. It really speaks to my soul because it's got the mountains in the background. It's got the woman. She's completely naked. She's up to her navel, her belly button in the water. She's holding the fire right in front of her heart and solar plexus, kind of like a chi ball. Although she does seem a little distraught, I would have rather that she looked like she was in like natural joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy. I don't know. I can't really tell her the way the artist depicted her. She kind of just looks like she's in a resting space, just kind of going deep within. But it was the artist. It was the artist's way of interpreting. So the artist was, well, she's the one that created it. So the artist. So it was written by Ethany. The art was by Danielle Mulligan. Mulligan. Is that the water company? Mulligan. But yeah. I'm looking at my nose. It's one of the things I've had a hard time loving about myself is my jacked up nose. I remember when I first got this nose jacked up, I got punched so hard in the nose when I was a kid.
There's this new thing that I think that I haven't been breathing because I think my adoptive mother used to smack the shit out of me. She would like backhand me to the floor. Like she gave me so many bloody and black eyes just backhanding me. And I think that's why they had to cut out my adenoids because I couldn't breathe. So she probably cracked the bone and she probably collapsed my nostrils in. And I was watching this guy. Hopefully it hasn't calcified like that, but that's not good. That would have thrown off my whole development of my entire body because breath is how the body, expands, as it grows. It's very important. But there's this guy that sticks these things up in your nostrils and they pump it up and it like cracks all the stuff in your nose. I can't remember what they called it, but I think I need to get it done. And then I did bite the dust a couple other times. I laid down some bikes. Just had some really bad face plants. You guys can see right here. This is stuck here. This color. Everyone always thinks I have dirt on my nose. My face has gotten jacked up. My face is I literally hit myself. I attempted swinging the 35-pound sword last week, and I literally smacked myself in the eyeball, like right here with it. Last week. Nasal chiropractic. Yeah. I need to find someone locally. I'm going to have them do it, and I swear if they're just sticking it in my nose and pumping up the thing, I'm just going to buy my own. Like, I'm not going to pay. I think I'm just going to have it done once just to test it, but I can't afford it right now. But if I could just get my own. You find out you're paying your nasal chiropractor just to stick something up your nose and just press a button. Oh, man. Dang, I guess it pays to be a healer, though. Hippocrates said, if you're not your own doctor, you are a fool. Also, I was at the spine clinic because thankfully I got approved. I got really, really lucky to be in California because if I would have got injured anywhere else, I probably wouldn't be getting these services. But I could be wrong. But I got really lucky. I was not healing fast enough. A big part was I was just living in my van. The heat was just destroying me. It wasn't the environment to heal. I needed to stretch out. But I lost my train of thought just now. But what was I talking about? Oh, are you getting tired? Nasal chiropractic. Fuck. I totally forgot what I was talking about. I think I'm headed to bed here. Oh, I was supposed to do that. That's right. So I could do that tomorrow morning. I'll do that tomorrow morning. I forgot. Nasal chiropractic. I might not need to take my sleep aid tonight. Yes. I was talking about I hit myself in the head with a 35-pound sword. What was I talking about? Well, y'all, I think I'm going to call it a night. Oh, yeah, let's end this night on a positive note, y'all. I think it's been pretty positive. Oh, shit. Yeah, my body needs rest.
Oh, all right. After that chain workout. All right, y'all. So, may your days, well, thank you, Nature Boy. May your days be filled with natural joy, peace, bliss, eternal ecstasy, unconditional love, absolute vitality, strength, courage, well-being, discipline, camaraderie, industrialness, meaning maybe more industrial. Things are really expensive right now, so find new ways to become more industrial. And may everybody find the perfect relationship. If they're currently in a relationship, may they mend any loose ends in those relationships, because we are worthy of happiness. We made it this far. Our souls and our bodies are billions of years old. Sperm and egg, sperm and egg, sperm and egg, sperm and egg for billions of years. And we made it this far. We made it this far. So let us find a way to keep ourselves passing. We are the reincarnate flesh of all of our ancestors before us, because carnate is flesh, reincarnate. So let us all find the perfect individual to procreate and reincarnate, so that when we look into the eyes of our children, that they can say that they have made it a billion years as well. All right, everybody. Peace, wholeness. Do some mantra. Oh, yeah. I can't remember which one this is for. It's like a mudra for something. All I know is it makes me feel really good when I deep breathe through my nostrils. Oh, yeah, directing the chi. All right, everybody. Peace and wholeness. Rest well, Nature Boy. All right, everybody.